Why did these beings choose me?
David Huggins claims he lost his virginity to an alien when he was 17 years old. The experience of losing your virginity should be memorable. Most individuals remember the act fondly, though maybe a little embarrassed. But David Huggins claims that his first experience with sex was more, extraordinary than most. In the documentary Love and Saucers about him, the 74-year-old claims, "When I was 17, I lost my virginity to a female extraterrestrial. All I have to say about it is that." Huggins was a teenager living on his parents' farm in rural Georgia when the alleged coitus occurred. He had seen odd creatures since he was 8 years old, so it wasn't the first time extraterrestrials had appeared to him. But on this particular day, as he was strolling through some nearby woods, a strange woman materialized and wooed him. "I anticipated losing it in the back seat of a Ford, or something similar if anything, but that's not how things turned out," he admits in the movie. Huggins claims that these encounters with extraterrestrials and his sexual relationship with them persisted into his adult years. 6 months had passed since Huggins last saw Crescent, the name he gave the woman in the woods. "I was sitting down in a chair, and the woman, Crescent, was behind me, and she put her arms around me," he recalled. "That's pretty much it. Beyond that, I don't know anything else." Huggins describes his meetings with a startling lack of emotion. It distinguishes him from what the majority of us assume truthers and UFO aficionados to be like. He doesn't care if anyone believes him because he isn't in it for the fame. Huggins sounds about right when he claims to have fathered hundreds of extraterrestrial children, which is another aspect of his encounters, as calmly explaining agricultural rotations as a farmer. Huggins was born in 1944 in a small Georgian town. He discusses going arrowhead hunting in surrounding fields for amusement, and disliking the evangelical Baptist church his grandparents occasionally took him to in Love and Saucers. He believed he was going crazy when odd, invisible beings began to materialize to him about the farm. "As I'm sat beneath a tree, I hear this voice say, 'David, behind you.' After turning around, I saw a small, hairy man approaching me with bright, glistening eyes. I assumed it to be the bad guy. I wasn't sure what to make of it," he admits in the movie. An insect-like being that Huggins later described as like a praying mantis showed up on another occasion. He admits, "I was absolutely afraid. I was wondering, what in the world am I looking at? You're just 8 years old, so you're not sure what to think." Huggins claims that once the first shock subsided, his encounters were odd, but not very dangerous. The entities followed him when he left Georgia in the middle of the 1960s to attend art school in New York City. Crescent, the ET who deflowered him, began to often visit him at night. "My interactions with Crescent were cordial and pleasant. It's a little odd. What I'm saying is a little, very strange. Actually, she was my girlfriend," Huggins reveals in the movie. He continues, "A very strange relationship." Huggins depicted himself and Crescent engaging in sexual activity in one of his very first paintings. "I don't think the artwork is very good. She was on top of me as I reached my peak, and after we parted ways, she and the insect being," he says. His residence is covered in similar paintings. They are bizarre and rather infantile, with rich blues and greens predominating. Huggins paints his encounters, which is another way in which he differs from most others who have alien abduction tales. Huggins started recalling specifics from earlier visits in 1987, and that is when it all began. It seemed compelled, almost. He claims in the movie, "I was being directed to the book. I begin reading the chapter titled Other Women, Other Men. I then exclaim, 'Oh my God, this is the woman I never mentioned to anyone.' As I read it, numerous memories started to come back. Image after image followed. They refused to quit. The fact that I was unsure of what to do with it concerned me the most, I believe. I was really terrified. It appeared as though he was on the verge of insanity since he was unable to comprehend what had occurred to him. They were what? Why is he?" Then, supposedly, he received a message from the creatures, telling him to paint the experiences, and as soon as he started doing so, it transformed him. It seemed like he was seriously losing his sense of reality in his life. He declared it to be a release. For the first time in weeks, he was able to get some rest, and ever since, he has meticulously described every interaction. 100 or more artworks. It is therapeutic art. Additionally, That was a big part of what I wanted to show, he claimed. He was able to absorb, make sense of, and find peace with whatever it was that happened to him after he discovered a means to physically convey what happened to the rest of the world, or even just himself, through art.